So my question today is, when trying to grow the business and opinions differ, when do you decide when to stay or when to leave? I'm the operations manager for my family's stone quarry business. We have about 20 full-time team members when we bring in about 4 to 5 million in revenue.
How old are you?
33.
Okay. And who's still there? Your dad?
Grandfather actually kind of skipped a generation. My grandfather is 82. He's still involved. I do about 95% of the day-to-day decisions and decision making. He still comes to work, puts in about 4 or so hours every day. He likes to stay active in the business and stay working.
He owns 100% of it?
Correct. We have two separate entities. One's a subsidiary of the other, and he's 100% owner of both.
Okay. And so when will you become the owner?
The way it is set up now, at his passing, in the will, that's how it's written. I would become 100%.
As a gift?
Yes.
Okay. And what is it you're wanting to do that he won't go along with while he's alive?
Not only just him. It also comes down to kind of other family members that are involved. Kind of, we've started like our leadership team, and then as far as employees as well.
You have other family members working there that aren't going to become owners?
Yes. Well, my brother will get the way it is written. He gets some portion, some equipment to kind of continue a division as well.
All right, I'm confused. I thought a while ago you said you're getting the thing, so now your brother's getting part of it.
Yes, but as written is just kind of equipment that comes out of it. We don't have a separate entity yet for the division because it's all under the one.
Okay, so what would he be doing? Would he be competing with you at that point?
No. They're two separate things that we would do. So we do dimensional stone and crushed stone, and he does kind of on the dimensional stone side, making stone for patios and sidewalks, and then more so what I run is the actual mine, as well as we do trucking, crushed stone, and sell stone for driveways.
Okay, so Grandpa's going to set him up in the designer stone business, and you're going to run the rest of it.
Yep.
And you're going to separate the business at that point. He'll have his own little business. They're going to give him some equipment to do that with.
That's correct.
But why does that give him a say today?
Because we're all one company now. It's not necessarily a set. My growth is looking into how to growth as far as different things we want to do, as well as how to start leading and being more organizational is kind of where we differ.
Okay.
On
who? You and your brother, or you and your grandfather?
Brother.
Well, your brother doesn't have a say. He's not going to be running it.
Okay.
He's getting 2 trucks and going to do stone over on the side. Why does he have a say in what you're doing organizationally with what's going to be yours?
I was just saying, like, we try to be all on the same page as a leadership team right now.
Yeah, but he's not. I mean, he's running something over there to the side that's going to be carved out. I mean, metaphorically and literally.
Okay.
Right?
Correct.
Why does he have a voice in this? I don't understand. I mean, his thing is over to the side. Just get the heck out of the way and let me run this. I'm confused.
Yep. And then as far as kind of...
Who gave him that power, your grandfather or you?
No, I guess kind of, he hasn't really, I guess I don't, I mean, really no one, I guess, he's not saying we can't, it's just kind of the differentiating on more so the organizational is the issue there as far as growing the different divisions, different portions, markets we want to get into is kind of my grandfather.
Okay, so what market is it that you're wanting to get into with your portion that your grandfather didn't want to do?
It's called contract crushing, where we travel and go to other locations, sites, and other quarries, not just our own physical site.
Gotcha. Okay, and that's a way you could expand the business that you're
Correct.
going to receive.
Yeah, and we have just recently started with that and have been successful. We've increased. We've already done more than half of revenue we brought in last year, and increased our profit by 10% just by doing that this year.
I thought you said he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, it's a thing we're trying out, and we're just not sure if we want to keep with that.
I'm okay. You said your grandfather didn't want to expand the business into the mobile crushing, and then you said we did it.
Yeah, if we did this as local, and it's kind of like our test run, but before we purchase more equipment, hire more employees, trying to decide if it's something we want to continue, because we would be expanding further out of our area.
Yeah, I mean, you would need to test it and make sure.
Yeah.
Even if your grandfather wasn't around, you're just running your own thing. You would test that idea and make sure it's profitable, because you might look back on it and go, that was a stupid thing we tried to do. I've done a lot of stupid stuff over here that I thought was smart when I was doing it, but I figured out during the test that we didn't want to, if you're losing 25 cents a watermelon, you don't get a bigger truck, right?
Yeah, correct.
And so that's so if did the test go well enough that that good business wisdom says to continue, or does it say it was a dumb idea?
No, so far it has been very. It has.
Okay, so what's your grandfather's hang up with doing more of it?
Just he doesn't like going outside of our area. He likes staying more local and would rather try to expand locally. But kind of the market's pretty well tapped out as far as in our area due to how rural it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think that you have a lot more power in this moment than you feel like you have.
I think
you're letting your brother's voice interfere in these discussions, and he doesn't need to be in these discussions. It's not his deal. He needs to be in anything you're talking about expanding that's in his area that he's going to get. The artisan stone business or the patio business or something, that sure, he should speak into that with what you're describing. But if he's trying to interfere in this other mobile stuff, he doesn't get a say. He doesn't get a vote in that. And so if you want to be part of the leadership team, that's fine, but your vote doesn't count on this because you're not going to be doing it in 10 years. Because I don't think we're going to be dealing with a 92-year-old in the office. I might be wrong. But statistically, we won't be. So now then the grandfather's a different thing, and I think you just continue to talk to him, learn from him. Why does he not want to go wider? I mean, you're leaving this to me, Grandpa, and this is how I think we ought to do it. Explain to me when you're not here how you're thinking that, because maybe I'm missing something. Teach me what it is I'm missing. What is it I'm not considering that you think that's causing that you're considering? Because you've been doing this longer than I am, and you're wiser than me. And so, why would you say this other than you just don't want to do it? That's not And so maybe there's some, because there's stuff around here. I've been doing this 35 years that I know in my little finger that that's not going to work. Because I've done 62 things like that before, but the new person with the idea doesn't necessarily have that experience. So I need to stop as the founder and explain to the new person why I'm thinking that, not just randomly because I said no. And although the no might be the correct answer. So I think you got to have those conversations with your grandpa. What you can learn from him while you've got him would be valuable. And you pay him honor in the process, and that's also the correct way to challenge his question or his blockade. And then ultimately, I'll just be, I don't know if the unkind is the right word or not, but he's 82. You're not going to be facing this for long. I mean, either he's going to be unable to be there every day, or he's going to be in heaven, right? I mean,
Correct.
that's a statistical thing. I don't mean that to be unkind, but that this is not like if he was 62 and vital, I mean, crap, you could have to deal with him for another 30 years.
Mhm.
That's a different conversation, okay? Then we have a much more combative conversation for you to get control of the thing that you're called to run. But waiting him out is not a bad option. But I also want to get in there and learn what I can from him. Why is it you don't want to go to these other markets, Grandpa? What am I missing? Am I being too aggressive, or are you being too calm about it? I think there's something here to go get. You grew a great business, and I want to walk in your shoes. I want to learn from you. So show me, and maybe he'll melt down a little bit on this. And then also just one more time say it: your brother does not get a vote in your business. He gets a vote in his business, but that's the only one. This is the Entree Podcast.